Wait, so the movie never happened? And they changed the movie? It was a completely different movie? What is going on here? What is happening? Hey everyone! So it is time for me to check out Teen Beach 2. If you haven't already checked it out, make sure you check out my Teen Beach movie reaction. And if you already have, then you know how I felt about it. Not that great, which I kind of saw coming because I was so against watching it when it first came out. But I'm happy I did, and because of the sort of cliffhanger from the first one, I'm gonna check out the second one. And as always, make sure you check out my Patreon if you want to see the full uncut version, and subscribe to my channel so that you're notified every time I upload a new video, which I have tons of more movies coming out, as well as iCarly is coming back in a couple weeks. So let's check this out, shall we? Teen Beach 2. So the last one ended when the group from the movie came out of the water. So I guess it's gonna pick up right after that. Not sure, because I think the movie came out 2 years later from the first one. So we shall see what happens. I'm hoping the music is better. The music wasn't terrible, but I'm hoping it's better. I'm hoping it's not over the top cheesy like the other one. But let's see. Why am I doing this? I like the graphics of the sky and the water. Teen Beach 2. So do they not know that they're here? Because it was like the same day, right? That they came out of the water. So I guess they filmed this like a year after. Because they both look a little older. I kind of wish we saw how they met. Like as it happened. And then did like a 2 month later type of thing. They are cute together. So she officially decided to stay. Good for her. Oh no. I'm so confused. Unless they filmed this like right around the same time and it just didn't come out till 2 years later. Or they filmed this scene. I don't know. Like, does this have to do with the West Side Story movie though? Or is this how the movie really ended? So she's okay with musicals now, huh? I wonder if this is how, like, the West Side Story movie in their world ended, which we didn't get in the last movie. Do they not know that they came out of the ocean? So they're gonna go to school? He definitely looks a lot older. And she just looks like Callie to me. Is that how they come in? So they haven't come yet. So she always lived here. She was just gonna go to a different school. And they just met in the summer. So they didn't hang out during the summer? Oh, so he doesn't know that he has a girlfriend? Oh boy. Yup, things are gonna change. I mean, it is different when you like spend together, like all the time together in the summer, and now you have to go back into like reality, you know? So now you have to get to know the person who they are in school. I thought she said they hung out, so she just didn't talk. This is so awkwardly awkward. Did he not know this about her during the summer? Especially going to like prep school? And then when do they come along? No, he's not. His girlfriend is talking to another guy who she has more in common with. But of course, let me see what's gonna happen. The group is gonna come, fix whatever's wrong with the two of them.
Right. Yeah.
No. She's gonna change him? I mean, I get that she's not completely different than who she was in the first movie. You can see it more now. But what happened to the ending of the first movie? Like, when are they coming? Oh man. Oh, is he making it for her? This has like a little different vibe than the first one. This feels like more serious, but I guess it would be because it's like their senior year.
Ready.
This is like soap opera, like over the top soap opera. Oh my god, it was starting off okay, now it just went back. But like 6 of them go, don't they? Like 5 or 6 of them? College fair, bro. He's like a really big fan of West Side Story. But I get it, I was the same way with High School Musical. I watched it every time it was on. I had the DVR set up. I had watched High School Musical like 100 times, 100 days in a row. I get it. I completely get it. I had the High School Musical 2 poster on my ceiling. It could have fallen any moment. Like, woke me up and scared me. But it never fell. It never fell. He seems so much older than them. It's one day. He was doing something for you. So maybe she should have just went. It was only the first day of school, right? She's hanging out by the lifeguard tower. So they're gonna come in and save them. He is very talented, I must say. I didn't watch Austin and Ally. So this is probably at that point where Austin and Ally was starting to end and his music career was like gonna... Because he's a part of the R5, right? The Lynch family group. Did he do anything solo apart from the R5? I don't know too much about R5 or Ross Lynch. This is so like middle of the movie drama. Why are we getting it like at the beginning? What is happening? Oh, they're redoing the movie. He's a little older too, I think. Run after her, you moron! This is like a year later, right? They filmed this like a year later. Oh God. I feel like I just want the Mac and Brady story. I feel like this part is what makes it cheesy. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, I get it. I think that's the point of the show, that the difference, you know, the difference between the real world and the movie world. What? But they went too. Jordan Fisher's character was there too. Do they not remember how the last movie ended? The end credits? That's cool. Are they gonna break out into song? What is happening? Oh my goodness. What is happening? Oh my goodness, I'm so... They're breaking out into song in the real world. The songs aren't that much better. Oh, that's the guy from Step Up. I'm guessing. I think so. Step Up Revolution. I'm so confused. But if they're not in the movie, doesn't that kind of like ruin the movie? But they're not gonna want to go home. Tell them what truth. I mean, you told the evil guy. Not that great. They're gonna love it. Oh my goodness. This kind of reminds me of that movie 17 again. Oh, she's in the 60s. Not the one with Zac Efron. 17 again with Tia and Tamara and Taj Mowry. When the grandmother turned 17 again. Yeah, she's making everything in the 60s outfits. And trying to like get together with like the times when she went back to being 17. But not too much like it. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with this. You made him preppy. Well, I guess he is preppy, I guess. He will never be a fireman. Sing. I mean, she sounds great. Don't get me wrong. They all have great voices. Jordan. Are they gonna fall for each other? He makes the song so much better. Oh wait, now I like it. Oh no! Are the characters gonna start disappearing? Oh no. The movie's gonna disappear. I have to say, I didn't like the beginning of that song. But when Jordan Fisher got involved, I liked it. It ended up being a pretty good song. Now he's like more like Danny from Grease. John Travolta. The cool guy.
This is my cousin, Dolph from Iceland.
He's looking at his hair. Oh boy. Showing them the opposite of neat. What did she just say? The calculus with never mind thing.
My cousin, Dolga, from Finland.
So many cousins. Oh boy.
Well, I hope you have a really big glove.
Glove. Get it? Baseball glove. Okay.
A woman that knows what she wants. I like her.
So their best friends are loving them? The cafeteria? I mean, didn't they have like cliques and jerks in the 60s? Well, not in the West Side Story, never mind. They're all happy. But what about the bikers and the surfers?
Well, come on, one. Where's your smile?
I mean, they're making it better. They're all so confused at what's happening. Like, they're suddenly in a musical. They're all scared. When did they get involved? So now this is like a real musical now. So this is like stick to the status quo, basically. It's funny because I actually tweeted out something years ago when I saw a couple like either clips or song titles. And I'm like, okay, now they're really trying too hard to be like High School Musical. And someone like mad tweeted me, like they were not happy with what I said. And they were like, it's completely different. But this totally gives me stick to the status quo vibes. Like they're breaking out of their little cliques. Whoa, that took a lot of work. They are. They're disappearing. Oh no.
Have fun.
Oh no. They're separating. Brady. Oh. But did they like spray tan him? Or is that just the way he is? Abandoned?
Things worry.
Worrying. He's starting to be serious now. Oh, he's crying. He's dealing with the same thing with Mac. Yeah, I kind of like the serious parts of this. Wow. That's pretty cool, though. So he's an adventurer. Why doesn't he tell Mac any about these things?
What's it? Where's a college?
See, they don't know because they're not actually from the 60s. They're from a movie in the 60s where they repeat and repeat and repeat the same stuff over and over again. They only know two things. The beach and Big Mamas. That's all they know. They don't know anything else. Like, they don't know college and schools and all that. She's giving me a lot more Callie vibes in this movie than the first movie. See, I like when they're not overly cheesy.
What? What's wrong? You look normal.
Oh, that's not good. She's looking normal. That's not good. That means she's getting too used to this world.
Smile. No shiny teeth thing.
He can't do the teeth thing.
You do.
But that's not where they met. Well, yeah, she showed them, but that's not where they met. Oh, they're going to sing. I mean, if this movie is supposed to be over the top cheesy, just like the first one, then it works. It definitely works. I know a lot of people who weren't High School Musical fans say High School Musical was cheesy, but it wasn't overly cheesiness. This reminds me of something. Like the beach part, I don't know why, this reminds me of like, not from Justin and Kelly, but like, maybe the ending of Our Lips Are Sealed with Mary-Kate and Ashley when they were in Australia. That kind of reminds me of that, I think.
Forever.
Layla!
She's gone. That means they'll be next. They're gonna go into the ocean now. The necklace. Now they're all gonna go and end up there? Their sister and brother? How come I never catch that? Whatever.
Some things is bigger than fears.
That's a good line. Some things are bigger than fears. Oh, she did it again. So now they're all gonna end up there? It's not how it was in the beginning. The ending of the last movie. That's so gonna bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me.
How about this? You just keep looking over there. I'm gonna look over here.
That's fine by me.
They're arguing.
Those people are made out of rubber.
Are we made out of rubber? Oh boy. Getting attacked by all their friends. You're all here.
Leela and Tanner are the stars of the movie. Without the stars,
There's no movie.
no, this was gonna happen. I've gotta go back. It's our job to be characters in a movie.
There's a half hour left. What's gonna happen next? It's kind of sad. Kind of reminds me of Chronicles of Narnia.
Great seeing you.
It's not just gonna be that easy, is it? It's gonna be that easy? They're just gonna go right home? There's a half hour left. We gotta fix these two. Like, what is that gonna happen? I definitely think I like this one better than the first movie. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, she said she spent a lot of time with him over the summer. So why is she so nervous around him now? Does that mean she was like that all summer? Not talking to him? Come on, man. Ask her to dance. Has it been like only like 5 days? You know? What?
Amazing to hear him like this. I mean, he's caring about somebody other than himself. Oh, it's fantastic.
I like it too. He seems so serious and I kind of like it.
We forgot.
This movie is so much better than the first one. Yeah, it still has its over-the-top cheesiness, but it's not as much. Maybe because it's in the real world and not in their world. He's gonna sing. I can definitely see them working his music career into this. This one's definitely a good one. I wish like all dances were like this, you know? Because even in the High School Musical, the series, dances are always like so much fun. It would be awesome if like school dances actually ended up being like this. I mean, I guess you can make it if you really wanted to, but like, they're bringing their like 60s vibes in this. So yeah, I think that was the song that I tweeted about and got like an angry tweet back by someone else. Okay, so it's not the same as Gotta Go My Own Way. I get it. I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. But it still has the same kind of message. But you know, I was wrong. I admit it. If the person who tweeted me is watching this, highly doubt it. I'm sorry. I was wrong. So I am liking this movie a lot better than the last movie. I mean, the first half was still okay, but I think the second half got better. But again, the person who tweeted me 8 years ago when I saw the soundtrack listing, I'm sorry, I was wrong. The song is definitely different than Gotta Go My Own Way. Not her brother. He has the necklace.
How did you get there then?
The surfboard. There's no waves. It's all happening. They're all gone. This reminds me of the Wizards of Waverly Place movie when that happened, you know? She's gonna learn now all about him.
This was your secret.
Yep, it was. Yeah, where is Grandpa? Aww. See, this is my type of stuff. This is what I like watching. Probably why I loved High School Musical. The relationship between Troy and Gabriella. Plus great music. Great characters.
If they don't make it, then we won't even know each other.
Yeah. I was trying to question that earlier. Like, if they didn't meet, then they never met. I mean, then they would have probably, you know, met in, like, school eventually. Yeah, this is definitely better than the first one. I like his serious side. That's a good song. I've always been a big fan of like ballads, you know, like slow songs. Oh, was there ever like a talk about a third movie?
Change the movie. Make it your story.
She could. She could change the story. Can you imagine like if that really like happened? If like the characters actually came to life and changed their stories? That'd be so interesting. Like Zac Efron's Troy Bolton like changed his... Very interesting to think about that. Like after they film it and everything, and then we see it 100 times, and then suddenly the characters will say, "No, we're gonna change it. I want it to be like this." So it's not really the actors changing it, it's the characters.
No, Brady's happening. I gotta go.
He's starting to change. How did he not disappear already? It happened so quickly for the other characters. Why did it not happen so quickly for him? Like, it's not making him disappear now. That's kind of awesome. Isn't that like a jet ski, basically? Don't tell me they didn't make it. Are we getting where they met? No. Wait, they didn't make it? They didn't know each other? Wait, what? Whoa. Layla, the queen of the beach?
I'm not sure Awesomeness is...
So they switched.
Even if it...
Wait, so the movie never happened? And they changed the movie? It was a completely different movie? What is going on here? What is happening? What? So they did make it back. Or they didn't make it back. I'm confused. She has the bracelet. But I'm so confused because they're all there. I know she changed the movie. I'm so confused. So the movie never existed. That means they didn't show up. They didn't go back. So then that just means Layla never met Mac. So she would have never gotten the bracelet. I think the choreography is better in this movie too. I love how this is like 2 movies in one.
I'm Mac.
I'm Brady.
So no kiss? No nothing? I love watching end credits. We would always be like the last people in the theaters because we would always watch the end credits. I'm confused. I'm confused. This is what always gets me when like those type of things happen. So if they never met, okay, so the movie never existed because they didn't get back in time. So they never met, right? So then that means they can't go into the movie for them to come out of the movie, for her to give her the bracelet and give her the advice to change the movie. So that whole ending should not have been like that, first of all. Yeah, I'm very confused. I know I know this is a kid's movie or like a preteen movie and I'm doing too much thinking for it. But that really doesn't that's like some movies where they do the time traveling and everything and like the movie The Lake House. I don't want to, because if you've never seen these movies, I don't want to like spoiler alert them. But a lot of movies are like they time travel or they connect with someone that's in a different realm or they're like a ghost and if they touch something, they're alive, but that's too much complication. I'm trying not to spoil alert a lot of movies, which is why I'm like trying to like word it in a different way, but I honestly can't because I can't do it without spoiling anything. So I don't want to spoil any movies if any of you haven't seen them. So I recommend watching The Lake House, even though it doesn't make sense a lot. I recommend watching Field of Dreams, the best sports movie in my opinion ever. And some other movies that my mom watches that make no sense to me at all. Like The Lake House doesn't make sense a lot, but it is still a good movie because it has Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves. But some parts of it is just like, but how does that work if this happens and if you change something then that doesn't happen, so how does it happen? You know what I mean? But that's like this ending. Like my mind is like in jumbles right now. So they say if the movie never existed, then they would have never met. Or they would have never, like, hung out or whatever, right? So they didn't make it back. So now they don't know each other. Because obviously they didn't make it back to the movie. So the movie no longer exists. Am I thinking way too hard about this? And then another movie was made with the same characters. But she has the bracelet that Mac gave her. And in order for her to have that bracelet, they would have had to meet. And the only way they met was that the original movie existed. And Mac and Brady went into the West Side Story. They met. And then the second movie, they came out into their world. And then that's when Mac gave her the bracelet. But whatever. You know what? Whatever. I don't know. That last 10 minutes got me thinking, OMG. I'm thinking way too hard about this. You're probably all stop listening to me by this point. So you're not even going to be here for my spiel about Patreon and stay tuned for more movies and iCarly and then eventually High School Musical, the series. You're not even here right now. So I'm talking to myself. And if you are listening, thank you. Please comment below if I'm making myself too crazy about this, or if I make sense, or if I don't make sense, or if you can make the ending make more sense to me, because that just really completely mind-effed me. Completely. So I do think this movie was better than the first one, especially the second half of the movie. And cause the first movie was so way out over the top cheesy. Did he do the first movie choreography? Cause maybe he didn't, and that's why I like this movie's choreography better. Christopher Scott. He was one of my favorite choreographers on So You Think You Could Dance. But yeah, this movie definitely was better. I'm glad I watched it. I think I liked this one better because it focused a lot more on the relationship between Mac and Brady, plus the relationship between Layla and Tanner. And Tanner became like a completely different person near the end because he wanted to help Brady out. That ending definitely threw me completely. It wouldn't have thrown me if that movie didn't exist. The Layla and the Queen of the Beach movie. If that movie didn't exist, I think I wouldn't be as thrown. But I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? So obviously there's not a third movie. We're talking 8 years later, not a third movie. Was there ever a talk about a third movie? I don't ever remember seeing any talk about it. And let me know in the comments if you really reached this far. Thank you. If you like the first one or the second one better, and if you would have liked to see a third one, and if there would have been a third one, what do you think would have happened? Would they have made that ending make more sense to me? Make more sense? But anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos, and by subscribing, you will be able to get notified every time I upload a new video. And don't forget to check out my Patreon because I upload videos on there like 1 or 2 weeks ahead of time. And yeah, there we have it. I watched both Teen Beach movies and they were interesting, to say the least. Alright, bye everyone.